What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now today is February the 11th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we'll start off here in Washington, D.C. We will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go. And starting with the Base of Ops, we have the Battery Pack. This is the named Empress backpack with perfectly calculated, and this one is perfect. It has skill damage on there to where you could just change the repair skills off for either skill haste or status effects. Either way, great backpack to use, highly recommend. Moving on to the weapons, we have a MP5 with magazine size and breadbasket, a CTAR with DTOC. Yo, this is a really good CTAR. This CTAR has damage to targets out of cover on it. All you have to do is change the talent for whatever it is you want, and you're good to go. This is a really good weapon, shoots really fast, really good. And finally, for the weapons, a D50 with rate of fire and flatline. Looking at the gear items, we have a Alps Summit backpack with status, weapon handling, and protector. A Heliguard chest piece with health, explosive resistance, and intimidate. For the mods, we have crit chance 4.3, drone armor repair 6.3, turret duration 5.9, and sticky bomb. Blast radius of 4.8. Must buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops vendor. I mean, the battery pack is really good. Just remember, you have to get those skill kills while you're in cover. But that's really about it. All right. Oh, the CTAR. Duh. Yo, pick up the CTAR. Really good. Really strong. All right. Now, the other two vendors at the Base of Ops are also at the Haven Settlement. The Countdown and Clan vendors. Now, first up, we have the Countdown vendor right here. Let's see. Yo, oh my God. Oh my God. Yo. Yo, go to the freaking go to the Base of Ops right now. Oh my God, dude. Pick up these Emperor's Guard knee pads. These are these are God rolled. Just change the skill tier to an armor core. Holy moly. These are must buys. Wow, dude. These are really good. Armor regeneration with crit. Just change the skill tier to an armor core. You're good to go. Really, really strong knee pads. Really strong knee pads. After that, yo, and we have the setup with crit chance. You could easily just change it to double crit. Change the explosive resistance to crit hit damage. Have double crit. You're good to go. Put that on a shoddy build. And then we have the lightning rod with max pistol damage to where you could just change the magazine size to damage to targets at a cover and you're good to go. All three of these named items are really good. All three of them. Highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. Wow. That might be the whole freaking vendor reset video right there. Just go to the Countdown vendor. Holy moly. Very good. We've got a good CTAR, a good setup, a good Emperor's Guard. I mean, we're doing pretty good already. All right, here we go. Clan vendor. Oh, hey. Before I even start with the clan vendor, hey, man, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. We're on all platforms. If you're interested in joining the clan, just go to my Discord. I'll send out invites whenever we have spots open. But we are on all platforms. So go to my Discord and find the tab that matches the right platform for you. All right. And with that being said, here is your clan vendor. Starting with the White Death with damage to targets at a cover. Dude, this is a ridiculously good vendor reset already. We're only like 2 minutes in. The White Death, damage to targets at a cover. It's perfect. Just change the talent for whatever it is you want. You know, determined. Things like that. And you're good to go. Really, really strong weapon. Holy moly. This is a really good vendor reset. Going to the gear set items, we have Ortiz knee pads with repair skills, Negotiator's Dilemma gloves with headshot, and Hunter's Fury chest piece with skill haste. Looking at the high-end items, we have a Hunting M44 with accuracy and spike, a Black Market RPK with headshot and spike, A police UMP with headshot and eyeless. Empress chess piece with skill damage, skill. Yo, this is a really good Empress chess piece. Pick this one up. Skill damage, skill haste. Just change the talent to whatever it is you want. You can go glass cannon. You could go kinetic momentum. Whatever it is you want. Doesn't matter. Empress International chess piece right here at the clan vendor. Moving on, we have a covert SRS with magazine size and killer. Grupo gloves with armor regeneration and headshot, and finally Badger Tough gloves with health and armor regeneration. Looking at the mods, we have headshot 7.6, hive damage 4.4, decoy duration 6.5, and chem launcher and snare duration 8.5. Now must buys, things to look for from the clan vendor. The White Death is a must buy. The Empress chess piece is another great pickup. And that is it. We've had some good pickups from all the vendors so far. Very, very cool. All right. Let's travel west. We'll double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. What are you waiting on? Come on. Support the channel by subscribing. There is a new climax mission today with a new exotic chess piece today. And we will be doing that very soon. Here is the campus settlement, starting with the Darkness. This is the named marksman rifle with perfect eyeless, and this one with max marksman rifle damage and damage to armor. This is a great pickup. If you don't like the damage to armor, just change it to damage to targets at a cover. Great weapon. Moving on, we have a paratrooper SVD with crit chance and eyeless, and a Negev with crit hit damage and thunderstrike. Looking at the gear items, we have a Legatus mask with headshot and hazard, a Roldy holster with weapon handling and skill damage. Looking at the mods, we have skill haste 9.9, chem launcher burn strength 6.2, hive damage 4.2, pulse radius 8.7, and trap shock radius of 6.1. Must buys, things to look for from the campus. I mean, to be honest, the Darkness is the only good thing. And it's pretty much good to go. All right. That is it for the campus. Now it's time to go to our Dark Zone vendors, starting with Dark Zone West. West! Let's go. And a quick reminder for all of these DZ vendors, you need DZ resources to purchase anything from them. So go to your resources tab, and just above your keys, you will see your Dark Zone resources. Now, unfortunately, I am only at 27 out of 999, so I have no Dark Zone resources, really. So the only way for me to get more is I have to go into the Dark Zone, either open up the little blue boxes, or I have to get contaminated items, deconstruct them into DZ resources, and then extract them. But that's how you get DZ resources, and that's how you purchase anything from these DZ vendors. And speaking of which, here is our first one, DZ West. West! Starting with the Virginian. This is the PvP exclusive rifle, and it comes with perfect boomerang. This one, stability. It's alright. Moving on, we have a Spaz 12 with health damage and Optimist, a classic M1A with crit chance and Ranger. Looking at the gear items, we have Aces and Eights gloves with crit hit damage, Aces and Eights knee pads with crit hit damage, Empress gloves with skill damage and explosive resistance, and finally, Alp Summit knee pads with skill damage and weapon handling. Looking at the mods, we have Blind Def Resistance 8.5, Seeker Mind +1 clusters, Shield damage bonus 4%, Firefly speed 8.3, and Decoy duration of 6.0. Must buys, things to look for from DZ West. The Virginian's good, just change the stability off for damage to targets at a cover. The Empress gloves are good, just change the explosive resistance off for either status or skill haste. That is it for DZ West. Let's take our talents down south to the deep south. DZ South. Here we go. Woo, boy. We're going down south. Woo, we're heading down south to the deep south. DZ South. Here we go. All right, I'm getting pretty good at that. Not going to lie. All right, DZ South. Starting, the Rail Splitter, another PvP exclusive weapon. This is the PvP exclusive named CTAR, and this one with perfectly accurate. And it also rate of fire as that bottom attribute, but you can change it to damage to targets at a cover. Going to the weapons, we have a Banshee with armor damage and Optimist, really good SMG. A custom P416 with crit chance and Sledgehammer, and a X45 with swap speed and Determined. Looking at the gear items, we have a Cavalier backpack with armor regeneration, Virtuoso holster with skill damage, a Lingmo backpack with concussion, crit hit damage, and armor regeneration. Not bad. And finally, a Brazos de Arquebus chest piece with explosive resistance and status effects to go along with the Entrench talent. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.1, drone health 8.4, turret +1 extra sniper, and sticky bomb blast radius of 4.8. Now, must buys things to look for from DZ South. The rail splitter, it is a PvP exclusive. The Banshee is a good one. The Lingmo backpack looks really nice. And that's about it. All right, so before we go to DZ East, we need to make a pit stop to the castle settlement. Now, the castle settlement, I go to the descent entrance. That way I can run up the stairs, pet the dog, and go to the vendor. Active. So here we go. Go up the stairs, pet the dog, before Ransom goes away. Oh, there we go. Hey. Oh, bye-bye, Ransom. See if Ransom... Oh, yep, still glitching out, I see. All right. And let's run over here to the castle vendor before the music starts blaring out my headset. Here we go. And starting with the Picaro's holster. Nice. Too bad the Picaro's got nerfed for that 10% weapon damage, but nevertheless, very cool. The armor is ridiculously low on this one, and it comes with low headshot damage. Like, I would not pick this one up. However, if you are in dire need and you have to have the Picaro's, I would pick this one up, change the headshot, and then just optimize the armor. It's going to cost you a lot of materials, but that would be the best way to go. Moving on to the high-end items, we have a M700 Carbon with crit chance and flatline, a custom L86 with swap speed and strained, Golden Gear mask with weapon handling and repair skills, and finally a 511 holster with health and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 16.2, chem launcher and snare health 13.9, hive health 7.8, pulse health 15.1, and trap duration of 4.1. Now, must buys, things to look for from the castle settlement. I mean, the Picaro's holster is here, but these rolls are hella low. I don't know. They're very low. All right. Now let's move on to our last Dark Zone vendor, DZ East. Now for DZ East, I go to the Alpha checkpoint, not the main entrance. That way I can just exit out of the checkpoint just like this. And here's the vendor. If you go to the main entrance, it'll spawn you way over there. All right. Here we go, DZ East. Starting with another Darkness. This one, named Marksman Rifle with still perfect eyeless, but swap speed as that bottom attribute. Not as good as the other one, just so you know. Moving on, we have a G28 with armor damage and determined. Very nice. Remember, the G28 is also fully auto. Classic RPK with steady-handed and health damage. Looking at the gear items, we have Striker Mask. This is a really good Striker Mask. Just change the skill damage off for whatever it is you want. You're good to go. We have Umbra Holster with status effects. Brazos Mask with weapon handling and explosive resistance. And finally, a 511 holster with crit damage and headshot. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, chem launcher and snare health 13.1, hive +4 stinger charges, pulse health 14.0, and trap duration of 6.1. Now, must buys, things to look for from the DZ East vendor. To be honest, not really. All right, let's move on.
Detected. Nearby location.
And our last vendor of Washington, D.C., the theater. The theater. We're going to the theater. Oh, the theater settlement. All right, here we go. Big money, no whammies. Starting with the Tsunami. This is the named Shoddy with perfect pummel. And this one with damage to targets at a cover. It's exactly what you want for this weapon. It's perfect. Pick it up. Moving on, we have a Marine Super 90 with stability and ignited, a LVOAC with future perfect and swap speed, Brazos gloves with headshot and repair skills, and Badger tough knee pads with health and repair skills. Looking at the mods, we have Disrupt Resistance 8.5, Seeker Mind Skill Haste 4.9, Shield Damage Bonus 4.0, Firefly Damage 6.0, and finally Decoy Duration of 6.0. Must buys, things to look for from the theater. The Tsunami's not bad. Very good. Pick it up. Good to go. And that is it for Washington, D.C. Let's finish up in the Haven Settlement in New York. New York! Good old Woney. All right, here we go. And if you haven't yet, support the channel. Hit the thumbs up. I don't know what you're waiting on. Those Emperor's Guard knee pads from the Countdown vendor are legit. So pick them up. And if you didn't know, you can go to the Countdown vendor over here at the Haven and pick up the Emperor's Guard right there. Pretty cool, right? All right, so we're in Woney. Here is Marco.
Thanks for the trade.
Starting with the C-Tar with magazine sizing and breadbasket, a L86 with health damage and optimist, MK47 with health damage and fast hands, and finally a D50 with crit chance and breadbasket. Looking at the gear items, we have a Petrov chest piece with explosive delivery, armor regeneration, and health, a Wyvern pair of gloves with status effects and hazard, and ooh, pick this up right now. Must buy, must buy, must buy. Marco at the Haven Settlement, double crit Grupo. Double crit Grupo. This is legit. Just change the weapon damage to an armor core, and you are good to go. Looking at the mods, we have Repair Skills 15.8, Blind Deaf Resistance 8.6, Turret Skill Haste 5.7, Hive +4 repair charges, and Trap Duration of 4.2. Now, must buys, things to look for from Marco, the Grupo Mask, double crit all day. Pick this up right now. Change the weapon damage to either max it out or change it to an armor core. Good to go. And finally, that leaves us with our very last vendor of the video, Roy Benitez. Oh, but wait. Make sure you pet the dog, man. Interact with the dog twice. The first one, you're just petting the dog. Pretty standard, pretty default. But that second one, man, that second one's random. He could bark at you. He could roll over. He could try to shake your hand. He could do a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's see what the dog does. Here we go. And, oh, he's rolling over. Oh, he's rolling over. Let's go. Roll over. Yeah, nice, dude. All right. Roy Benitez. Here we go. Starting with the MP7 with Headshot and Sadist. Following that, we have a Surplus SVD with max armor damage and fast hands, a KSG with optimal range and steady-handed, and finally a Snub-Nosed Diceros with flatline and crit chance. Looking at the gear items, we have a Heliguard chest piece with weapon handling, health, and focus, Electric gloves with status effects and headshot damage. These gloves are good. Change the headshot to skill damage. You're good to go. Or if you're nasty, you could go status headshot and change the skill tier to an armor core. Just saying. And finally, for the high-end items, a Legatus mask with skill haste and hazard. Looking at the mods, we have Disrupt Resistance 8.4, Ensnare Resistance 8.3, Seeker Mind Health 6.4, Hive Damage 4.3, and Sticky Bomb Burn Duration of 4%. Must buys, things to look for from Roy Benitez. I mean, the electric gloves aren't bad, but that's really it. Not a bad vendor reset today, people. Not a bad. This is one of the better vendor resets I've seen in a long time. A whole bunch of PvP exclusives, whether it be the Emperor's Guard, the Virginian, the Rail Splitter, and the list goes on. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I am Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out.